Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the manga corner, anime corner, geek shit corner. That's me. I'm sick right now. Yeah. I'm out of school. Not forever, I'm only like 16. So I'm in school. I'm just out today. Because, as previously mentioned, I'm sick as shit. And I've been getting to thinking. I like anime. I like manga. I like video games. Who doesn't, right? That's the thing now. Well, not anime and manga. That's a dying genre, people are saying. And then some people are saying it's on the rise again. It kind of died out, I think, around 2006 with the tsunami basically stopping. But it's back now. One Piece is my favorite manga. It's manga, at least to my knowledge. It's my favorite manga, One Piece. Gotta stick with the classic popular ones. I loved Naruto until it turned into Dragon Ball Z, and then I fucking hated it, but I kept reading it because I wanted to finish it, because it's kind of been a big part of my life, I guess. So that's where I stand on that shit. I've been watching Rage of Bahamut, Genesis. I don't know how to pronounce shit, usually I do. That's a pretty cool series. I didn't know it was based off of the mobile game, which I have never played, but I am enjoying the anime thus far, and I will get into the latest episode in this episode of my show. I'll be talking about that show. So, that's where we'll stand on things. I'm going to discuss the latest episode of Rage of Bahamut, and I'm going to discuss the latest chapter of One Piece and Bleach, because that's what I'm reading right now. I'll get on something else. I'll maybe do a movie review, or something of that nature. I'm behind in Fairy Tail, probably 100 chapters by now. Beelzebub, probably 100 chapters as well. And then I might do something a little different. I had an idea. I'll probably do this. I'm gonna do a full-length manga review, like of the whole series, one that's already finished. So maybe Naruto, or Bakuman, which is one I finished and I very much enjoyed, or Death Note, or something of that nature. One of the classics that's done and that I can review. And I'll also do recommendations and things like that. So that's where we stand. This is the intro to my channel and the intro to my first ever video. And I have done YouTube a lot before, but this is not something I've ever done before, and I've never been successful in here because I always did it because I thought I'd be successful, but I'm just doing it because I want to, and it'll be fun. So that's where we stand, and without further ado, we will hop into the first episode of my manga review, anime review show. Yeah, and there you go. So Rage of Bahamut coming up. Alright, so here we are with Rage of Bahamut, episode 9. Decision in the Wailing Woods. Good episode overall, I think. I enjoyed it. I literally just watched it a second ago. So basically, we're seeing the king kind of lose his shit. Some demons are fucking with his brain, There's this demon, I guess, who's now hanging around the palace, or maybe he's a demon. We don't know what he is yet. Or if it's even a guy. This is an anime, but it's pretty safe to assume that it's a dude who's real sketch, shadow guy, and he's really fucking with the king, making him think that one of his head knights, Jean, has betrayed him. So he has taken her into custody because they're under attack at the beginning of the episode. And then the captain is one of his captains or generals, one of his head knights is killed. Garin and a bunch of his guards are all murdered, and all their throats are slit. And this is right after he's been having this vision sent to him by this demon, or whatever he is, that Jean's going to betray him and kill him. So he automatically assumes that she's to blame for it and takes her into custody. And he is going to burn her at the stake. Because clearly, the lock of hair found in Garin's hand is enough to convict her of this crime. That's all he needs, justice. Good job, guys. And the angels have headed back to heaven, so nobody there to help her on that front. Although at the end of the episode, we do see spoilers. I'm gonna have that in the title, obviously, but we do see what's his name, Bacchus, if that's what they're calling him. You know, it's Roman and Greek names. I'm pretty sure they're calling him Bacchus or Bacchus in this. The god of wine. You know, he's in the first couple episodes as like the head of the bounty hunter group where Favreau reports to turn in his bounties. He turns up at the royal capital, getting out of his carriage with his little goose duck friend. He's sitting on his staff. So that's pretty cool. So I think we're going to see something happen with that. Maybe he'll come in and vouch for her, or I'm not sure how much authority he has. I don't know what the hierarchy is yet in terms of gods and kings and all that. But anyway, so that's one part of what happened. The other part is that Favreau has taken Amira, and they are in the Wailing Woods, I guess that's what it's called. They're going to see her mother. He's taken her without telling Kaiser. And Amira's father guy has, not really her father, you know, has tasked Kaiser with going and retrieving her and bringing her back because they need her. Because as we learn, she is the key to awakening Bahamut, which they don't want to happen. So they're in the Wailing Woods. A small fight ensues where Kaiser's men kind of try to capture Favreau and Amira, and Kaiser's kind of like, yo, chill out, guys. But they don't chill out. They kind of keep trying to capture him. And then something happens with Amira, or maybe it wasn't, but they get transported to like another fold of reality, like a new dimension, I guess it's what it is. And they're just there, like they don't know what's going on. There's a thorn sticking in a tree, you know, they pull the thorn out, and then this big fucking CG green dragon appears. I was like, it's a dialogue scene the whole time, but there's just this big-ass CG dragon just hanging out right there. Nothing for it, you know? Anyway, so yeah, big CG dragon guy had a thorn in his foot. They called it the Barb of Bahamut. And they pull that out, so he's like, you've released me. Thank you for releasing me. He's like, I'm about to give you guys some inside information, you know, some intel, you know what's up. So he basically tells them that Amira is the key to awakening Bahamut, and that's some bad shit. And the only way that he sees the fate, it's fate basically, that she is going to awaken Bahamut, and the only way to stop that is for her to remain forever in that fold of reality, that separate dimension. Well, of course, Amira's whole deal is going to see Jesus, going to see her mother. And she really wants to see her mother. Obviously, that's what she's doing. That's her whole goal. But by remaining in that separate reality, she can't see her mother. She can never go see her. And if she leaves and awakens Bahamut, everyone dies, including her mother. As you know, she continually she asks the guy. Obviously, I don't get how they make her like the ditziest character. And then in like a split second, she turns into like a completely like serious, level-headed person who looks like they've had years and years of like, you know, just experience and like a very weathered past and like, you know, lots of experience behind them. And then the next second it snaps to her being like, oh, I was just born yesterday. I'm just a little demon girl. I don't know what's going on. And then bam, it's like, oh God, I've seen so much. You know, like, I'm sure they'll explain that. That's a little bit of a thing for me, but she's totally ditzy, at least in that scene about, like, it's like, everyone will die. She's like, even my mom? Yeah, that would include everybody, you know. Your mom's part of everybody, sorry. So in the end, Favreau does a Naruto-like speech. He's like, believe it, we can fight fate. And then they're like, alright, man, let's do it. And so he opens up the portal by slamming the Barb of Bahamut on the ground, opens up the portal to the regular dimension, you know, their previous dimension, and Kaiser and Amira head out before him, and before he leaves, the dragon is like, listen, dog, you're gonna have to kill that bitch. And he's like, oh, well, that sucks. So that's where it stands right now, at least with them, is that Favreau is struggling with the decision to, you know, for the greater good, whether or not to kill Amira because she's the key to awakening Bahamut. Or to, fight fate and believe it, dudes. So anyway, that's what's happening with them. Then on the flip side, we've got the necromancer girl. I don't know why I forget her name all the time. But she's the necromancer from the town where she was living with all the zombies. We just kind of see like a small scene of her crawling through a window into a dungeon, like a keeping room, like a storage place, and they have lots of potions and like ingredients and bottles, and there's the like remains of a ritual, like a magic ritual going on that she recognizes apparently. And then the last scene is we see the demon from before who has been influencing the king and all of this stuff. And he also was he was trying to save Jean, he said, from her captivity, but he's definitely an evil dude because he was cackling maniacally the whole time he was talking to her in her cell. Well, we see him come out behind our dead necromancer heroine, and he's like, not liking that you're down here, and that's basically where it ends. So that's Rage of Bahamut episode 9. I enjoyed it overall. Thought it was good. Bahamut's awakening currently, as we have also seen in this episode. The angels are trying to keep him down. They're calling for reinforcements from heaven. And the demons are gearing up for war. And Beelzebub's apparently pulling some shady shit, which I thought would be pretty normal for hell and demons. But apparently Lucifer is questioning his shadiness. I don't know. So they're all gearing up for battle, and it looks like there's going to be a clash sometime in the near future. So overall, a pretty cool episode, and I enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, that is my review of Rage of Bahamut episode 9. And I hope you all had a good time, and feel free to post anything in the comments below discussing, or anything that I said wrong or got wrong. Feel free to correct me, and however brutally you would like to do it. Just please try to be somewhat nice. I'm not feeling too well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you on the next episode of my anime review.